Hello everyone, it's the Dragon Critic, aka Lee O'Brien, and it's been like forever since my last Q&A. It's the last one I believe was January of 2025, so it's been well over a year since my last Q&A. About 2 weeks ago, I did my 22nd birthday Q&A announcement, and today I am now 22 years old. I really don't feel it. I just don't feel 22. It's crazy to say, but I don't feel my age. Might be an odd thing to say, but it's just I suppose I just can't get my head around it, if that makes sense. But anyway, we're about to do the 22nd birthday Q&A. I've got a good few questions. Thank you very much everyone for the questions. I'm going to go from the oldest comment to the most recent comments. And the first question comes from Time and Park Productions. What is your favourite Jared Butler movies? Well, apart from the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy and the live action, I haven't really seen him in much. At least from what I remember. I remember though. I remember you did a review actually. Geostorm. I had only seen the beginning of that. I meant to finish. Now this was years ago. I meant to finish it. I just never got a chance to watch the rest of it. Um, from what I remember, his performance in that was good, and I've seen clips of his other movies like Plane and 300. And I remember, like, from the clips I've seen, his performance there is quite good. He was quite good in The Night Before Christmas in Wonderland. That was decent, actually. He was very good there, actually, as well. His singing voice was surprisingly good. But no, apart from Stoic, I need to check out more of his stuff because I've heard some great things about, you know what I mean, some of his other movies. And my auntie, who got me into How to Train Your Dragon, she really liked Jared Butler as an actor. She was very impressed with his performance in the live action. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out other Jared Butler movies. For now, I will say How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, but um, I need to I need to check out more of his stuff. I need to check out more of his live actions. I need to check out more of his live actions. But thanks very much for the question, Time and Park. The next question comes from Joshua Ramsey. Favorite movie and TV show? Well, I think everyone knows the answer to that, but my favorite TV show is Avatar: The Last Airbender. My favorite live action show, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. My favorite movie. To be honest, I'm kind of having trouble now, to be honest. I think now it's kind of a three-way tie with How to Train Your Dragon 3, Kung Fu Panda 2, and Shrek 2. I know in my DreamWorks ranking, which I did last year, oh my god, that was this day last year. That was so much fun to make, actually, especially the gag reel with Tig. Um, I did say Shrek 2 was my favourite. I ranked Shrek 2 at the very top, and I did say it was my new favourite movie. But then, as time went on, and I rewatched, both, Shrek movies and Kung Fu Panda movies, and along with the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy, I said to myself, I can't decide. Like, it's so tricky for me to say. Like, it's kind of interchangeable for me between those three. It's actually, it's so tricky for me to pick one now. It's really tricky because like all three of those movies are absolutely phenomenal. But like Shrek Two, like I do believe objectively Shrek Two is the best of the bunch. But like I think they're just I adore them for different reasons. Like How to Train Your Dragon 3, Kung Fu Panda 2, they have amazing character development, amazing storytelling, great action, great chemistry with the characters and all. Shrek 2 is just, like that. Shrek 2 has that as well. And like Shrek 2 is just like, in my book, I genuinely believe Shrek 2 is cinematic perfection. So it's really hard. I can't decide between those three anymore. I'm having really, it's interchangeable for me now. It's so tricky now. But nah, but yeah, I think everyone knows the answer. But now between those three, it's become very interchangeable for me now. But thanks for the question, Mitchell Haddock. Mitchell Hodak. Sorry if I said the name wrong. Do you have a favorite color? Yes, red. I'm a big fan of the color red. I always have been. I've been a big fan of the color since I was a kid. I'm still a big fan of the color. I absolutely adore the color red. It's just red is such a sorry. Red is such a beautiful color. And the next question comes from the W. And he asks, if Legend of the Guardians got a sequel or franchise, what voice actors would you like to see any voiced book characters in these movies? Well, I haven't really thought much about that in a long time, to be honest with you. Especially since, let's be realistic, Legend of the Guardians is just it's just not going to get a sequel. At the very least, I'm praying and hoping that we get a reboot TV show. That would be amazing. But I think though, as for voice actors, I suppose one character I would like to see is Korn, aka Nyrok, Clud and Nyra's son. I suppose this might be a cringy choice. Maybe Mason Thames voicing him. Maybe I think he could do a decent job. Although Tom Holland actually maybe even would do a good job. I mean, I know he has an English accent, but like, because I know most of the characters in Owls of Gahul are Australian, but Tom Holland wouldn't be that bad actually. I actually would like to see Tom Holland try to do an Australian accent. That'd be pretty cool. But I haven't thought much about that now in a while. Like I still love the first movie. I still adore it. I haven't thought like I just my hope for a sequel like that's just well gone at this point. I've moved on from I've moved on from it a long time ago. But no, like I said, I hope we get a reboot. I'd be amazed. Like I said, if a sequel was to happen, like I'd be so hyped. But I haven't thought much about now about additional content for the Elder Gahul apart from a reboot TV show in a long time. But I do appreciate the question. I do. I am thankful for it. So thanks very much for the question. And it's a good question too. It definitely requires me thinking though, admittedly. But no, thanks very much though, man. Right, next question comes from Shadow the Hedgehog. Favorite Sonic? Oh, geez, he has a few questions actually. Favorite Sonic game? I suppose probably Sonic X Shadow Generations. I actually really enjoyed both the Sonic story and the Shadow story. That might be a controversial take, but I don't know. See, it's kind of hard for me to pick one because I like a few of Sonic's games, but I thoroughly enjoyed that one actually. I had a lot of fun with that one. Even the Sonic Racing games, I had so much fun with. But no, I really enjoyed Sonic X Shadow Generations. I like to think I got it at the perfect time because I got that game for Christmas 2024, only a few days after Sonic 3 came out. But no, I really like that game actually. I actually sometimes even went back to play it after I completed it. But I really like the Sonic X Shadow Generations. I think for now I'm gonna go with that one. But my favorite, like that's a tough one as well because my favorite Sonic game is something that kind of always changes. Excuse me if that makes sense. But for now I'm gonna say Sonic X Shadow Generations, and I don't know if that's a controversial take, but that's just me. Next question is why do you love K-pop Demon Hunters? Well, it really was like a big surprise. Like I've just the storytelling, even like when I watched the movie again and again, the storytelling. There's so much weight to it. There's so much good emotional weight, so much good dramatic weight. There's a lot of depth to the characters, especially Rumi. She's amazing. Like Rumi is so good. Like she is such an amazing protagonist. Her character development, her character arc, like just oh my god, she's so good. But I think like as well the dynamic with her and Genu is really good too. And obviously the plot twist in the third act, well, yes, predictable, it's executed very powerfully. It's very heavy. And that scene with Rumi and Genu before the climax, it's really hard hitting. Like it's very dramatic, but no, just good. Like the music's amazing, the animation is absolutely phenomenal. The characters are great, especially Rumi. Um, no, I think it's such like a well-made movie, and like it's just gotten better for me over time. Like I really do. I just adore that movie. Like it actually is now my new favorite Sony movie, and hands down one of my new favorite movies of all time. I absolutely adore it, and I'm so hyped for the Criterion Collection release. I'm so hyped for that. I can't wait to get it on Blu-ray. Just oh my god, I can't wait. Next question: opinion on Shadow. Shadow's awesome. No, he's great. He's great in the games. He's great in the third movie. Keanu Reeves did a great performance. Shadow has a cool design. His abilities are cool. His backstory is great. His development is great. He's a very iconic character. His dynamic with Sonic is fantastic. He's great. Shadow's fantastic. He's a great character. Favorite song in K-pop Demon Hunters? That would have to be Free. Free for me kind of hits me the most actually. Don't get me wrong, I love the other songs like This Is What Sounds Like, Golden, Soda Pop, Takedown, How It's Done, and even Your Idol. Well, although Your Idol actually had to grow on me. I actually didn't like Your Idol at first, believe it or not. But Free for me is just, it's quite an emotional song actually. It's quite touching, and that scene as well with Rumi and Ginu is very powerful as well. It's very, very well executed, and like the dialogue and the interaction, it's just phenomenal. It actually, Free is definitely a big. It would probably be a big part as well as to why I absolutely adored K-pop Demon Hunters. Favorite character, Rumi, easily. She's absolutely fantastic. I do love Zoe too. She's great, and Mira, come on, like Mira's fantastic. Gino's great too. Gino is great, and Bobby's hilarious, and Derpy and Susie, they're great. They are great. But Rumi's just, she's the best. She's absolutely fantastic. Favorite Sonic character? Sonic the Hedgehog. Might be a, common choice, but I gotta go with the Hedgehog himself. Although Shadow is very cool. Although I always did like Tails. Tails is great. Favorite scene in Sonic the Hedgehog 3? I'm probably gonna have to say Live and Learn when Shadow and Sonic, team up, and you see their super um modes. That was peak cinema. Like I remember when I went to see it with Dara in 4DX back in December 2024, which was a great cinema. That was a great day actually. Um, I remember that scene was like, oh my god, like this is peak, and like it was a great scene. It really was. Sonic 3 had like so much to appreciate. It really was a phenomenal movie, absolutely phenomenal. One of the best films of 2024, hands down. Thanks for the question. Jetson Archive '09 asks, do you watch the Jetsons? I've actually never heard of it. Least favorite horror movie? I don't watch horror movies, I'm afraid. What's your favorite music artist of all time? Owl City. Favorite weird AI song he did? I'm not sure how to answer that. When you say he, who are you referring to? As far as I'm aware, Owl City doesn't have any AI songs, but are you referring to whoever I say is my favorite artist, or are you referring to someone that does weird AI songs? That I'm a little bit lost with that question, to be honest. But his final question is: are you excited for the Wild Robot Escapes? Very. Can't wait to see the Wild Robot 2. I think that's going to be a great sequel, and I'm very hyped to see how they continue the story. There's a lot. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of potential for the second one. Mr. Acrizzi asks, favorite Super Mario game? Mario Kart. I know that's probably a cheap choice. I know a lot of people. I know that's probably a common choice, but I really enjoy Mario Kart. I have a lot of fun with Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the other games are great, but Mario Kart is just. I just find it the most fun. It's probably the one I'm attached to the most. Like Mario Kart, I definitely have good memories with as well. So I'm gonna have to go with Mario Kart. Definitely Mario Kart. So that's for me. Um, Mario Galaxy is good too, and Mario Maker is pretty decent. And Super Mario Brothers U on the Wii U was pretty good too. I like that one as well, actually. Um, Next question. Thanks for the question, by the way, Mr. Crizzy. Next question comes from Movie Duck. How does it feel since doing your last Q&A? You and I have met up four times in person. Honestly, man, I'm very, very happy. I'm really glad that we did get to meet in person, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I know, like, there's probably going to be a bit of a gap between our meetups because there's such a big distance between us, but I'm really excited to see you again in person. I really am, and I'm really excited to see you again. And there's a lot of there is like a lot of cinemas that I'd love to bring you to. And I would love to go down, I mean, you can show me your places and stuff like that. I would love that. That'd be that'd be great. But no, I'm really happy to to have finally met in person, and I was really happy that recently I did get to have you down in my house. That was great. Obviously we had a great experience with Comic Con Spring Edition last year. It was great seeing Bad Guys 2 with you and 4DX. That was your first time in Cineworld, as far as I'm aware, anyway. And obviously, regretting you. Movie was crap, but the experience was fun. That was a nice cinema too, actually. That was a fun day. But no, I have to say, I'm really glad that we got to meet in person, and I'm really excited to see you again in person, Movie Duck, and hopefully, and here's to many more meetups. I know there's probably going to be a bit of a gap between meetups because of our distance, but I still can't wait to see you again. I'm really excited to see you again, and hopefully we'll get to do something very very soon. So, like I said, roll on the summer, because summer is going to be great fun. I can't wait for the summer. I can't wait for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Can't wait for Comic Con. Can't wait for the summer in general. Thanks very much for the question, Movie Duck. Right, the next question, comes from LBT Electric Dino Online. Are you excited for the live action How to Train Your Dragon 2? Yes. No, I am. I am looking forward to it. I think at this point we kind of know what to expect, if that makes sense. I think I hope they don't rely too much on nostalgia bait like with the first one, but I am excited to see it. I do think it's going to be a fun cinema trip, that's for sure. I can't wait to see it in IMAX and in 4DX and hopefully in iSense as well. I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. I definitely think it'll be entertaining at least. Even though I think at this point, let's be real, I think we all kind of know what to expect. But hey ho, I hope they do make changes. But only one way to find out. We just have to wait until June 2027. Are you excited for Avengers Doomsday? Yes, very excited for Avengers Doomsday. Can't wait to see it. I hope it's good. I'm really looking forward to that. Excuse me. I have heard about the Endgame re-release as well, which is pretty interesting, I gotta say. So yeah, we just gotta wait and see for that as well. But I'm really excited for Doomsday. That's probably my second most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. I'm excited for that. Have you seen Netflix's series called The Dinosaurs? I have not seen it. Is it any good? Are you excited for this new dinosaur movie called The End of Oak Street in August? I've never heard of it, to be honest, but that title sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. I actually never heard of it until you just brought it up, but that sounds interesting. Have you seen a show called Armosaurus? I have not. Are you surprised that the Tyrannosaurus Rex was in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? I thought that scene was quite charming. Actually, it was funny. I really enjoyed it. It was great fun. Mario 2 was a fun cinema experience as well. But no, I thought that scene was quite funny actually. Um, I thought it was funny, and quite charming. I mean, I suppose it was a bit stupid, but I thought it was funny. Uh, Thoughts on Tom Holland's new Spidey suit in Brand New Day? I really like it. I think it looks great. I actually think it looks better in the Brand New Day trailer than it did in No Way Home. At the end of No Way Home, I'm very excited to see how that's go. I'm so excited for the character development in that movie, man. I'm so hyped for that. Favorite Spider-Man suits throughout the Marvel media? Oh, well, I like his Spectacular Spider-Man suit. His Ultimate Spider-Man suit is decent. His the Raimi suit is a classic. The symbiote suit, both in the comics and in Spectacular Spider-Man and even in Spider-Man 3, I really loved. I always did love the black suit. The TASM 2 suit is gorgeous. Tom Holland suits are great. I really like the not the Iron Spider. I can't remember the name of it, but the one the nano. I think it was the nanotech suit. I think it was called the one he got from Doc Ock, basically the red and gold from No Way Home. That suit is gorgeous. That's my favorite Spider-Man suit. It's so beautiful to look at. Like, I love the red and gold. It reminds me so much of the Triassic suit from Dino Thunder. It's so gorgeous. But and red and gold just go so well together in my book. But no, I think that one would have to be my favorite. Are you happy that Power Rangers is back on Disney? Yes. No, I'm looking forward to the Disney Plus reboot. And I heard they finished production on the first episode, I think. But I'm not 100% sure, so do take that with a grain of salt. I am pretty excited actually for the remake. I hope it's good. I hope it still remains faithful to the spirit of Power Rangers. But I am looking forward to the Disney Plus remake. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Favorite music artists? Like I said earlier, Owl City. So thanks very much for the questions, man. Right, and the next question comes from Movie Blaze. Do you listen to podcasts? Yeah, I listen to podcasts sometimes. There is some pretty good podcasts out there. They can be quite entertaining. Podcasts, I think though, they're definitely the best when it's more than one person. And banter on podcasts, they can be, oh my god, they can be so funny. I'm looking forward to doing another podcast. I'm looking forward to doing my next live stream, and hopefully that will have it won't just be me. Hopefully we'll get a few of the other guys on, so that would be fun. Um, Most anticipated summer 2026 movie, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Although apart from that, I'm curious about Supergirl. I think that'll be good. I think apart from that though, that's pretty much it. I think Toy Story 5, I have very mixed feelings on Toy Story 5 so far, but I'm going to rewatch the first four movies very soon to prepare because I'm excited to do that actually, admittedly. Um, but the Moana remake, oh Jesus, oh God, that looks something. Looks, oh Jesus, sure does look interesting. But apart from Brand New Day, there's nothing really that I'm like super hyped about. I'm much more excited about summer 2027 to be honest, but I'm still excited for summer 2026. And in general, I think summer 2026 is going to be fun. I'm so hyped for Comic Con. Honestly, can't wait for Dublin Comic Con. Who are your favorite YouTubers and why? Well, I'm going to pick top three YouTubers. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to pick two. I can't really think of three because there's so many great YouTubers. Actually, no, I can pick three. I really like the Asian Guy Gamer, although that's mainly for nostalgia, from the Skylander days. His Skylanders videos were so iconic. I quite like Shifrless. He's great. Really like his analysis. And Marcus Digital, he is the absolute goat. Like Marcus Digital he is fantastic. He actually is possibly the funniest guy on the internet. He is so funny. He's so entertaining. He rocks. He is a genuine legend. But there's so many great YouTubers as well out there. But no, like it's kind of hard to pick favorites to be honest. But I think my favorite, I'm gonna say my favorite YouTuber as of now, Marcus Digital. He is the GOAT, and I mean the GOAT. He's phenomenal. Honestly, he is a legend. So thanks very much for the question, Movie Blaze. The next question comes from Pinkbread, and he asks, which of the Skylanders U2's products looks the best in your book? I'd probably say either Spyro or Stealth Elf. That's tricky for me to say. Pop Fizz looks great too, actually, and so does Eruptor. But I think they all look great, actually. I suppose if I had to pick a favorite from a biased perspective, I'd probably say Spyro, but from a non-biased perspective, maybe Pop Fizz. Pop Fizz actually looks he looks the most accurate in my opinion. But yeah, no, it's a tricky question. Would you rather a Donkey Kong movie or a Luigi's Mansion movie? I kind of feel like I don't know how to feel about a Luigi's Mansion movie. It'd be interesting, but I'm not sure how it would be executed. As for a Donkey Kong movie, that could be cool because you could expand on, the world building and his character development and his backstory even. But I think that's tricky. I think I'm gonna say a Donkey Kong movie. I think there's more. I feel like there's probably more you can do with Donkey Kong uh, than like having Luigi be on his own. I feel like Luigi, he's definitely a character that you just like. I know he has his own games, but I feel Luigi works a lot better with Mario in film. That's just me though. I just think Luigi. I don't think he's in the movies, at least. I don't think he's the kind of character to carry his own movie. personally, but I could be wrong. They could surprise me. But thank you for the question. Right, and the final set of questions sorry. So the final set of questions come from the good man himself, Tig. Thanks very much for the questions. And Tig asks, out of the movies that you want to see coming this year, what would be your top? I'm excited for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. I'm excited for the Sheep. Well, I wouldn't say excited, but I'm excited for the experience. I think Sheep Detectives is going to be interesting. Um, I I'm curious. Masters of the Universe looks interesting. Um, at least Supergirl looks good. Toy Story 5 looks okay, but I'll give it a chance. Um, then apart from the summer, I guess Forgotten Island looks interesting. Hexed sounds promising. Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3. I'm really excited to see those actually. But apart from Brand New Day, there's nothing really coming out that I'm like super super hyped about. But I guess if I had to pick top three, I would say Spider-Man: Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, and Dune Part 3. I think they would be the top three for the rest of the year. And in terms of animation, I'd probably say probably Forgotten Island, but then again, Hexed sounds pretty promising too, actually. Top 10 movies of the 2020 so far. Oh, damn, that is a good question. Uh, Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish, The Wild Robot, K-pop Demon Hunters, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man No Way Home. It's a toss-up, to be honest. That's probably interchangeable. The Bad Guys 2. What else? Oh god. Probably Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's a good question. Bad Boys 4, Ride or Die. Trying to think of two more. Two more. Oh god. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Then 10. Oh Jesus, that is a good question. Damn. 10. Zootopia 2. I don't know. I think Zootopia 2 might be a little bit higher, but I need to think about that actually. That's a very good question, but yeah, no, I think I would say Puss in Boots 2, The Wild Robot, K-pop Demon Hunters, Across the Spider-Verse, No Way Home, Bad Guys 2, Zootopia 2, I would say, yeah, Zootopia 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Bad Boys 4, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah, I'd say those would be the top 10 of the decade so far. Jesus, that is a really good question though. That definitely required thinking. You see, Tig's no fool. Like, Tig really is clever. Like I said, I can see why Gerald Robotnik used to call him the Go. Tig is very, very clever. That's just a reality. Tig is no fool. He is very clever. That question definitely, required me to think. Tig is clever. Tig's very clever. Any upcoming games you're excited for this year? I'm not sure, to be honest. It doesn't really seem like there's a lot of games coming out for the Switch anymore because of the Switch 2. I don't know when I'll get the Switch 2, to be honest. Maybe 2029, maybe 2028. We'll wait and see. But no, it's tricky to say. Dream sequel for movies you wish had one. Well, I mean, earlier on I mentioned, I was talking about Legend of the Guardians. Like I said, like I would love a sequel. I'd absolutely love to see one, but it's not going to happen. Let's just be real. Um, I'd probably say K-pop Demon Hunters 2, but it's been announced and I'm so hyped for it. It's my most anticipated movie for the rest of the decade. I'm so hyped for that. As for dream sequels, I don't really have one, to be honest. I Transformers 1 could have had a good sequel. That would have been good to make a sequel to, actually. Trying to think what else as well. I think Karate Kid Legends. I would have loved to have seen a sequel to that actually. Um, oh God, Jesus, like these are some good questions. These require thinking. I think. Oh God. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else, but yeah, I suppose I would like to see Karate Kid Legends get a sequel. That would have been that would be cool. Actually, I still really like the first Karate Kid Legends. I actually think it's fantastic. I think yeah, I can't really think. That's a very good question. So thanks very much for the questions, Tig, and that comes to the end of the Q&A. And I just want to give everyone a huge special thank you for all the questions. It really means a lot. And thank you everyone, and I mean thank you everyone for all the 22nd birthday wishes. It really means a lot. And I'll see you all in my next video, which is going to be my review for the Sheep Detectives. And until then, take care everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. And until then, skidoosh everyone.